So welcome to Men's Ice Hockey Recruiting 101. Welcome to the team, guys. My name is Coach Palmisano, and I'm one of the head ice hockey recruiting coaches. This may or may not be the first class that you guys have all took. So as far as what to expect, 10, 15-minute class, go through a PowerPoint. I'll stick around after to answer any questions. If we need to go a little bit more in depth further, we can certainly set up a phone call as well. And that's pretty standard procedure with any of our classes. So make sure you guys take advantage of them as you go throughout this process. Now, my hockey background, just so you know who I am. I know most of you guys I've probably already spoken with. Evan, if you're working with the other hockey guy, Greg, he has a little bit of a different background, but still pretty similar. I grew up in Michigan playing AAA hockey my whole life. After I graduated from high school, I went off to play 2 years of junior hockey in the USHL with the Lancers before eventually going on to play at Michigan State. As you can see there, I was a goalie / still am. Currently, I'm back in Michigan, and I coach one of the assistant coaches for Victory Honda U18s. And this is officially my 3-year mark at NCSA. But ultimately, I'm here to help you guys gain the competitive edge and talk a little bit about what goes into that as we go in throughout this class. But recruiting is a competition. That's how you signed on with NCSA. There's no doubt about it. There's over 1 million players registered with USA Hockey and Hockey Canada. So, yeah, you got to look. And this is a question I have for you guys to make sure that you guys are engaged in this class early. But how many college opportunities do you think are out there for hockey? Either on the men's side, and even if you want to guess on the women's side, I know that this is a men's side class. But, how many teams do you think are out there, guys? All right, Ryan, you are close. Actually, you're right on the money for one of the division levels. Kyle, you're very close as well. And hits it on the head. Depends on the division level. So on the men's side, there's 563 total teams as of the 2016-17 season. Next year, there might be a couple more Division III teams as they add on. But you see the breakdown. There's 60 Division I, so Brian, you're on top of that. There's 83 Division III for the NCAA, and then 420 ACHA hockey teams, or what was called club in the past. It's broken up into different divisions as well. They have a D1, D2, and D3 for ACHA. So all that is very relevant. And what's an observation that you guys can see from this this slide right here? I'm looking at this, fairly new. I see there's 563 total teams, lesser competition, more teams. So that's exactly right. It's a pyramid. So you put your fingertips together and go out. As you get closer to the top, there's not as many teams, and the big number, 1 million hockey players. Have to funnel in through that. So not everyone's going to be able to play at the top level. Not everyone's going to play at the second. Not everyone's going to third, fourth, so on and so forth. So it's something that we help out with. We make sure that we target the right team for you. Yeah. All right. Women's side doesn't affect you guys as much. But you wanted to know. But game plan for success starts today with your NCSA profile. What we'll go over, we are a team, how we're going to work together. First steps with the profile, making sure that you guys are off to a good start. And Evan, I know that you already are. the profile, how to set up a time to talk with myself or Greg, talk about the video on the profile, some target schools, a little bit about junior hockey. How many of you guys know about junior hockey? Perfect. So talk a little bit about that, and then the communication, what to expect with myself or Greg, and the interactions that we can have. So looking at the big picture, have you guys thought about what you're looking for out of a school yet? Answer this for you. Maybe there's 9 people in the class, maybe 7 or 8 have not. There might be 1 or 2 that have thought about it, and playing Division I or playing at Boston College or University of Wisconsin, that's not the answer that I'm looking for. I'm talking about, what do you want out of college? Like I said, level of competition, it plays a big role. Don't get me wrong, but it's not everything. Have the NCAA D1, NCAA D3, ACHA D1, D2, D3. Playing time. Have you guys thought about that? Would you rather be out of the lineup for 4 years at the NCAA Division I level, or play a very big role and be up for a national championship because you put in a lot at the D3 level? Something. Would you rather be up for a national championship at the Division III level, or a team at the D1 level that wins 1 or 2 games every year? So that does play a very big role in your college hockey experience. Facilities, that also plays a big role. So there's a lot of things that I'm here to kind of open your eyes, but ultimately you're going to want what you're going to want. We're going to help you get there. Second, parents, I'm sure you guys are going to be all over this one, but scholarship potential. As kids, I know I had no recollection of money. Mom, can I have $1? I'm going to go get a slushie. Dad, can I have $2 in quarters? I'm going to go to the arcade machine. Get older, money and scholarships, it's going to play a big role. So there's athletic scholarship. Now that's only offered at the NCAA Division I level. Not to confuse you guys, but this coming season, ACHA teams can offer athletic scholarships. So, club hockey, ACHA teams, like you say, not any good, well, can offer you full scholarships. It's an option. Now that comes in with the first one, level of competition. This kind of scholarship is academic scholarship. So this plays a major role, especially when you're talking about NCAA Division III schools, or even being a little bit more marketable to Division I schools. It only opens up more doors, guys. So I'm sure your parents have harped on you a lot and said, make sure you study, do your homework, get good grades. It's important. It's very important. So, make sure you do that. Financial aid. ASFA determines your need, different scholarships for that. Now I talk with families, and this is more for the parents, and, you might have heard that's not worth it. You may make too much money. You've gone through it with the kid, and that's something we can talk about as we go on. But we have a partner called Smart Track that helps guys plan financially for college, and it comes free with all your memberships. So make sure you guys take a look at that. And then last is merit scholarships. So it's common at the D3 level, and you can always appeal any scholarship that you get from the school. Try to get the bump up, especially if the coach is interested in you. The academics, what major do you want to study? A school at the Division III level is recruiting you but does not offer marine biology or engineering. It's what you want to do for a living. It's probably not going to be a good fit. Likewise, academics, if you have a 2.8 GPA, you're probably not going to be able to get into a Harvard or Princeton or a NESCAC, high academic school. So help targeting the right schools that you would not struggle to try to keep up, and all schools that you would get into academically. lastly, social life. And this is a big one too. The relationships that you're going to have with other players on the team, coaches, kids in the league are important. And, really it comes down to a job. Division I is 24/7, 65. You don't get to go home in the summertime. You don't get to, go on vacations. You can't go on spring break with your friends. You're away for Thanksgiving. You're away for Christmas. So, it's a job. Not everyone knows the commitment that it is, but, it's a big commitment. As you go to Division III, it's a little bit less of a commitment. You don't have to necessarily stay on campus all summer long to take classes and work out. But, during the year, it stays a week. When you get Sundays off, kind of relax, hang out. If you want to play multi-sports, be, golf, hockey, or whatever, then, you can't really do that at the D1 level. D3, you can. ACHA, you can. Just from home. Doesn't really affect too many hockey families because you're used to the travel, but it does, and it can play a big role. But for the most part, you're looking at the Midwest and Northeast from going to home. But if you want to stay in the Northeast or you want to stay in the Midwest, that's something that's important as well as the school size. Could you go to Michigan State and be in a lecture, Accounting 101, with 600 people, with Facebook, your phone, all the distractions, girls all around that you're looking at? I know I was a little distracted, and, that's why, I struggled my freshman year, getting a 3.0 in Accounting 201 and 101, killed my chances of getting to the accounting school there, we'll say. So making sure, you're putting yourself in a good situation to, be successful. If you need more personal attention, being in a smaller class size, then maybe going to a smaller school might be right up your alley. Make sense, guys? Any questions? Perfect. So keep rolling. So our goal is to help you be the best recruit you can be, letting you know what you should be doing, when you should be doing it, and how you should be doing it. In fact, we're kind of brokers at the same time. So we talk to college coaches, ask them what their needs are. We post them for you. If you're a good fit, we'll send you out to them. If you ask us who you're a good fit, we'll let you know. And that's what I'll talk about next is the target list. Helping you write the emails, the phone calls, how to do that properly is, all a major part in how to be efficient. And, what some of your parents might realize a little bit more, but, we're kind of if you want to sell your house, and you're going to hire a real estate agent. Sure, you could sell it yourself. You could probably write an email yourself to a college coach. But better to send it off us, make sure that you're doing the right way to everything's in order and you get the best response possible. All right, so there's a lot of ways we're going to get there, matching you with the right schools like I just spoke about, target list, specifically teams, schools that you would be a good fit that the coaches are looking for. We help you break down those lists, connecting you with the right coaches, enhancing your knowledge and perception, open your eyes like the second or third slide with all those things start thinking about when you're talking about colleges. Doing the drills on your NCSA profile, those will help out a lot, along with coaching sessions or phone calls with myself. Preparation that puts you in the position to maximize your opportunities is all the above. How to be the best recruit you can be. Walking through the emails, the phone calls, texts, visits, going over your video evaluation, things to work on, especially now that the summer's coming up. The support our staff, we're in the office 7 days a week. I think like 360, like 2 or 3 days of the year. I'm in the office personally 5 days a week and 1 weekend every month. Typically Monday and Wednesday nights I'm in the office till about 10 p.m. Eastern time. Greg is a little bit different. He might be late Tuesday and Wednesday nights. But we're here for you guys, so make sure you reach out and ask. So this is a big question that I get a lot, is matching. And what goes into matching? Most importantly, your academics. So looking at your grades, your GPA, your test scores if you have it, that's going to be very, very important. From there, watch your video. We'll look at key stats, height, weight, what team you're on, what level you're at. Evaluate your video, your skating, shooting, passing, rushes for, breaking out, shooting the puck, rebound control, all that stuff. From there, looking at your preferences, geographically, selectivity, size, all that. And lastly, from there, look at preferences. So if they have minimum requirements that they're looking for, we're not going to send you out to those coaches because, you're not going to be a good fit for them as much as you want to be a good fit for them. So, make sense? So hockey here, very tough. It's typically a 2-year gap from when you graduate high school until you enroll full-time at a college or university. You can take college courses for the parents out there, but it has to be under 12 per semester, but 11 is still a lot. You're going to have a lot of time for that. So typically students will take 1 or 2 classes. That's 3 or 6 credits. Stay active. Those will transfer over to whatever school they go to. And, they can either double major or, if it's engineering or something that's a 5-year major, it just works out perfectly. You can have a part-time job as well. Typically, junior hockey is filled of 17 to 21-year-olds. That's a typical age range. 98% of Division I players play Division I or junior hockey. Check the roster. At the D3 level, it's a little bit less, but a lot more prep school, post-grad guys. There's a lot of different leagues out there, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Canadian Junior League. So make sure if you have questions or researching about that, we can go a little bit more in depth, or we have a class on junior hockey. Recruited, you got to play at the top level, growing up, AAA, go to some big-time combines, tournaments, emailing coaches, filling out questionnaires. All those are very important. You will get mass emails from junior coaches trying to get you to sign up, pre-draft camps. A lot of those are money makers. So if you do have questions with that, just pass that on to me or Greg, and we can help you out with that. Want to go straight to school? You can absolutely do that. You don't need to take a gap year, but you're going to be looking at playing at a lower level, of the ACHA. So probably, ACHA D2 or D3, they, don't really require, you play junior hockey before. So I'm navigating junior hockey and prep school class. That will be a good next step for you guys. NHL, would that fit under Tier 2? PHL is U18 AAA, right? So not junior hockey. HL is Tier 2, if that's what you're trying to say. So communication, it varies with your membership. So if you have questions with that, just ask us. But make sure you, as a student athlete, your phone, cell phone number, your email address is on your profile. That's going to be important, not just for me or Greg, but also coaches that are trying to reach out to you. We can Skype if you want, emails, text messaging. I know it's a great way to get a hold of you guys as well. Rates in 2016, Division I, 89, Division III, 129 ACHA. So far in 2017 season, the first 2 full months, we have 10 NCAA Division I commitments. believe 30 NCAA Division III commitments, and then I know of 2 or 3 ACHA Division I commitments right now, along with, I think, 7 or 8 CIS schools for any Canadians in this class. Homework for you, making sure that your profile's filled out. I trust that it is already, but if you don't, make sure that you're working on the easy stuff tonight. Upload your transcript or report card. It's as well as taking a picture on your smartphone, then uploading it on your app that you downloaded, the NCSA app. Working on the video if you don't already. That's going to be important to get the ball rolling for us so we can at least see a play. If we haven't spoken on the phone yet, let's try to do that in the next couple of weeks and work on the NCSA University drills. Schedule a coaching session. You just have to go to your dashboard, click on coaching sessions, and select a day and time that works for you. So work together, guys. Reach out anytime. That's our phone number. That's my email address. And if you do have Twitter, give me a follow at NCSA_icehockey. I'll stop the recording. If you have any questions, feel free to stick around and ask. Otherwise, have a great night and enjoy watching The Bachelor.